Hey guys.
Hey. Yo.
I'm glad we're all here for this meeting of the minds.
And
So,
he was like,
so let's go.
Question about that.
Okay.
And I was going to text everyone. What is a booty face?
I must have missed that.
Okay, we're officially. I decided this is episode 12. It's really probably 22, but like the last video, I was like, I'm just gonna say this is episode 11. I don't really know which one. It doesn't matter.
What are you trying to do?
Here we are.
Doesn't matter.
Here we are.
We're here. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Well, what's been going on in the
I was
quarantine?
telling Dana yesterday. The other night, Monday night, I watched P-Valley's finale, having not seen any of the previous episodes.
Okay, you
with
have no context. Okay.
And it was chaos.
It was pure negativity and chaos.
The guy the gentleman caller. I'm always with the gentleman caller when I watch these things, but he was like telling me who people were, but so you watched the finale.
So,
yeah.
But is he only into it because it's about a strip club?
Yes. And there's
Okay.
there's boobs.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, but he doesn't have issues with Uncle Clifford.
Oh, he does. But he's not like,
Okay.
oh my God, I can't watch this. He's just like,
Okay.
it's too much for me sometimes, so I just fast forward it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah.
But don't you miss like value points of the plot if you just
probably, but from what I saw of the show, you can pick up a lot. You don't need background.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, there's still, yes, you could follow along very well on the finale, but I mean, just do yourself a favor.
I'm gonna watch it from the beginning. Still, I'm gonna watch it from the beginning. It inspired me to go back to my pole dancing classes. Did you know I still pay? I have a membership.
Same.
And
Yeah.
I still
Excuse me?
I have a contract membership to pole dancing that I have to pay $79.99 every week of the month, and I haven't been since like January.
What?
No, see,
That's
I don't
$100
have
a
one.
month.
I know, but I do want to get back into it because, yeah.
I mean, I want to go back.
You never know.
The place is like so far from where I live.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's so hard. I mean,
oh my God! And then the thing is, you don't feel sexy. You don't feel stupid.
You feel so dumb.
I feel like, oof, girl,
and so weak.
Oh, weak, and I just feel jiggly and
yeah. And I mean, I have all the things that are supposed to help you climb the pole, like. I have,
I know what I don't have.
Thighs, and I have none of that. I have not a piece of it. Mm-mm.
My body said, girl,
no.
These abs are separated and we may not be coming back together.
Yeah, I just don't have it. But yeah, excellent show. Loved the finale. Just great. I'm glad it's coming back. Uncle Clifford is still my favorite.
Here's a question I have for you guys, a topic we can discuss after we go further. So I've noticed, I don't know about y'all, but I didn't have like guy friends growing up. Either it was like somebody I was talking to, but I was never around guys. So when I get around guys, and guys like to like talk shit to each other and they think that's fun. Don't do that to me. Don't talk about my forehead. Don't I don't need you to roast me. Don't roast me. No. I get offended.
I don't want to be roasted either. I don't think that's funny.
I'm not your homie. That's not funny to me.
We as cisgendered women don't buy into that sort of ribbing. And
I asked him, I said, is that like your love language? Because it's not mine.
No. To be honest, I think it is. I think
maybe he was like, it is. Here's my thing. I don't feel like I have a bad sense of humor. I don't feel like when I'm talking to y'all or anybody else, I don't get sensitive about other stuff. But y'all also don't be like, talking shit to me. Like, Whitney, your
Well,
braids gold.
essentially,
I
they're
don't know.
taking
Like,
all of your current insecurities and being like, "Yep, bitch, I see it." Like,
right.
and I'm making fun of it.
Exactly. Like, I realize I have a tin head. I don't need for the world to call it out to me. I see it every day.
I'm gonna give you an example. So we was watching the light-skinned girl, Autumn Haley. I'm very confused what her name is.
Well, you gotta have a stripper name. You got your name. Your
We
government.
got to pick stripper names. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna tell this hard story. Y'all think of y'all stripper names. And he was like, I watch it because I like her. And then he was like, she kind of looks like you. I was like, not at all. She doesn't. We're probably just both light skinned. He was like, yeah, and big foreheads. First of all, I'm already sensitive on my forehead with these braids anyway. I'm trying to live in my truth.
Yeah.
But that's not funny to me.
It's not. It's really not. Like, and that actually isn't, if this is a potential mate, that's not going to make me more comfortable with you. And if it's just a friendship, that's going to make me hate you. And like,
well, that's because I don't have friends that just like talk shit about how I look.
No,
it's
I
weird.
don't like
Anyways,
it. I don't.
What would be y'all's stripper name?
No, isn't it like a street name, your first street name or something? And plus, there's all kind of ways to generate a stripper name. I don't know.
Well, ours wouldn't because it's Tipperary.
Tipperary.
And I don't think Baron would go over.
What?
Let me look up the rules for generating a stripper name.
Shut that door. Shut the door.
I was just thinking like Candy Rain. Who the fuck? Like, I don't know.
Mine would be like Divine Scorpio or some weird.
But you're not a Scorpio.
I actually am. I told you my moon sign and my rising sign.
Yeah.
This is just like last time when y'all tried to tell me I wasn't Nigerian. Actually, I am.
Speaking of Nigerian, I have started reading Homegoing by I can't remember the last name, but it is really good. Dana, I mean, I think you would really love it. I think you both would really like it. I mean, I'm 100 pages in, but it's actually really, really good.
What?
I actually I read and finished The Vanishing Half in like 2 days.
Oh, really?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't like the end though. That's my only complaint. It just like ends. It doesn't really like. I also bought this. Did you watch it yet?
Okay, yeah. Episodes 2 and 3 completely just lost me. I thought I was there.
Hold on, what are y'all talking about?
Lovecraft Country.
Okay.
I feel like you got to listen to the podcast with it because otherwise it kind of like it's like, what is going on here?
Oh my gosh, it's so much. And I can't. I could not. Kendra and I were watching it together. We're like, what?
Oh, yeah, I know. Kendra probably.
What's happening here?
Yeah. I haven't watched anything. That's because all I do is work. All I do.
Yeah, you do. All you do is work.
All I do is work. That's it.
I think the accompanying podcast is great. My only complaint is that one of the ladies on there, her voice is so annoying. Like, which is kind of like, why did y'all have her do this podcast?
Who are they? Famous people, or is it like a Crystal and friend doing it?
No, it's not like Crystal and friend. So the one girl is actually a writer for the show, so she wrote on the show. So it's cool because she kind of can talk about like why they made certain choices and like what happened in the writer's room. So that's interesting. The other one is like a horror critic and they're both
Yeah.
black, so that's like
Oh, nice.
cool.
Okay.
So yeah, but I
It's
feel
very
like
much American Gods ish
yes,
to me,
yeah.
and it's like I just need to catch up. I need to fully embrace it.
Well, so far from reading the book, I'm not very far in. Like I literally just started. It's different than the show, so that's
That's usually
good, I
how it
guess.
goes now.
Well, it's like
I'm
totally
also
different.
determined. I don't think he's fine. I think,
So
he's
that's why
okay.
I couldn't decide. So I'm like, okay, some angles, and then his body is like great, and I'm like, man,
Yeah.
like, are you fine?
Yeah.
But then other times I'm like, you're not fine.
Yeah,
Like,
no. It's a no for me. It's a no. So I looked up this stripper name generator, and I
Okay.
don't like their rules.
What are they?
Because mine came out to be Raquel Leathershock,
Raquel was good, and then they threw it out.
and then it just went downhill. Because it's
It should be
really
like
based off of your
Raquel
first-
Strawberry. I don't know.
Right. Or I don't know. I like Shimmer.
Shimmer. Will you be a tag team?
Shimmer.
Shimmer and Shine. Coming
There
to
we
the
go.
stage.
yeah,
There we
but then
go.
you'll get. Hold on.
Hi, what can I get for you today?
Mute us. Mute us.
So, I mean, watch it because it's great.
Okay.
It hits on all the things. Loretta Devine comes through and just drops little gems. She's hilarious in it.
She seemed funny in what
Yeah.
I saw.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, I don't know if you've been on the Instagrams.
Of course I have.
And did you see Aniko, Kevin Hart's wife's pregnancy photos?
No, let me look them up right now.
So they're gorgeous because
Okay.
she's gorgeous. But she's a little darker than Norm, and
Mhm.
people are just kind of like going in like, "Oh my God, why is she so dark?" Like,
Is it like the lighting? Because sometimes when you do photo shoots.
well, that
Okay.
and
All right. I mean, she does look beautiful, but she does seem oddly
Yeah.
discolored to what her natural skin tone is.
yeah. I mean, it's beautiful, but
It's
I had to
beautiful,
like.
but she is oddly different colored. But it
Yeah.
could be the lighting of the photo shoot.
That and she's
maybe.
tanned.
Yeah.
It looks
Who?
like they applied like a Kevin Hart's wife, her pregnancy photo.
Looks like they
shoot.
applied maybe what she did. Maybe this is my theory. It don't make no sense, but it's my theory. Maybe because sometimes when you're pregnant, your skin gets discolored in certain areas, and maybe she wanted it to be all like toned the same color, and maybe got like a spray tan or something.
Maybe so, and that's fine. Oh, look at that little buff man in the back.
And maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Like she got it just like an even color.
Yeah,
Could be that and a combination of lighting, and then maybe when they photoshopped it too, because I know they had to Photoshop it in some ways. I know they did.
yeah. Because I was like, well, who is this person she's posting? Like, oh, is her friend pregnant too?
Right.
Gorgeous. And
Well, yeah, because I mean, you look in this picture, she's obviously different shade.
Yeah,
I thought that. Yeah, I was like, I didn't even recognize her when I saw. I'm like, that's Aniko.
yeah.
She said, "I'm going to be a brown skinned girl.
I
I'm a
mean,
singing
best
song.
thing in the world. I want
Skin
to
just
live.
like pearls."
What did y'all watch the versus Tasha?
I
know
did.
you
Brandy Monica.
I was late, which apparently I didn't miss much because it was like 15 minutes of just intro music before they.
Yeah, I think they
Came
started
out.
late.
Yeah. So yeah, I only missed like a little bit. It was very, I don't care what they say, it was very uncomfortable.
Yes. The
Like,
tension was so odd.
yeah, I need to go.
I would have
I think
rather, I would have had a more enjoyable battle if they would have just got a DJ that just played the songs back to back.
Yeah.
Because for one,
Yeah.
I did not need Brandy Angelou give me any slam poetry at any point in time. Nobody asked for it. Monica very obviously did not want to be there.
We're gonna have to.
So was it pretendy or was it real Fendi?
Well, so it was.
Well, it was. I know it was like her. Somebody made the outfit. Yeah.
But the fabric was real Fendi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took like a coat or something. Sorry, you know.
It's our
guard dog.
I just don't understand. Yeah. I didn't understand the leg of boots because it looked like boots, but it was pants, and I didn't understand it.
Mm-hmm,
I think she's just skinny. I think she's just very skinny.
I just feel like maybe someone should have said, hey, here's the optics. You're going to be up against a indigo bluish set.
Yeah.
You know, definitely come comfortable, you know, embrace your own style.
She didn't look comfortable at all. Well, because the corset looked like a waist trainer. Looked like she couldn't move.
But then Brandy looked like
Brandy had on Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi got together and said, hey girl, let's go shopping. And it's like, you know, for that one point, they were like going in on Monica's white sandals from that video way back in the day. But Brandy, yours were, I don't care what brand they were. They could have been Christian Louboutin and $3,000, and they looked like trash. Like the whole thing didn't work for me.
My thing is, why did you wear white sandals with that? What choice was that?
I mean, maybe they were like new, and you know, Labor Day was coming up, so she said, "I'm going to get this wear out of these white sandals." I didn't like it. I didn't love it. I didn't. I wanted no parts of it. I didn't like any of it.
I didn't like any of it. Any of the outfit choices. I mean, Brandy and Monica facially looked beautiful.
Beautiful. And also it was August 31st, and Monica was dressed, both of them were dressed like it was December 1st or something.
For sure. They definitely
and you were in
were.
Atlanta.
The thing too is, I know Ray J was there. They should have just let him host it, because then the energy would have been up. Yeah. He would have said ridiculous things.
I saw a video of him at the side. Like,
yeah, he was there.
Yeah, he was hurt. And yeah, it was just the energy in some of the intermissions was just, or some of the transitions. Yeah. It was just like, off for me.
Yeah, so I was in the studio when I was 6 years old when I recorded this.
And then it's like,
you know.
Girl, you were 6 when you did that?
You were 6? You know, my voice can't go that high. You want to try? Let's try
yes,
together.
It can, girl. You can. You can go that
now,
high.
Don't play. No. You can do it.
You know you can. I've heard you do it. No,
Here's
you
the
never
most
heard me do
crucial question. When the song comes on, The Boy Is Mine, whose parts do you sing?
Monica?
All day.
Yeah, tracks.
All day.
I'm gonna try on limb. I'm saying I do both. I do both. No. But the key part is when they go the not yours but mine. That's when you have to make a decision.
Yeah, you do. You kind of have to. Sometimes I think I'm all day Monica, but I feel like my voice is better suited for Monica's parts.
Okay.
You know, because Brandy has a distinct, beautiful voice, and I just can't go there. I can't go there with Monica's either. I mean, if we're being honest.
Who do you think won this said battle?
Okay. it's hard for me because I love the ratchetness that is Monica.
Yeah, Monica. But I think with the
So-
earlier music, I like Brandy's better.
Yeah.
She had some classics too. I didn't
Yeah.
really pick a winner or a loser. I just was more or less
Yeah.
like, I mean, I like both of them.
How about though? It was one Monica was like, I bet y'all don't remember this, and she was like, "New Monica," and it was like an old song, and then Brandy was like, "Oh, that's new." It was like, girl.
She's just
Brandy
trying to-
played a
she's
lot of
just-
songs I didn't know. Brandy
Yeah.
played a lot of songs I didn't know.
Really?
I really didn't know any of the Full Moon,
Me
like,
either.
except for Full Moon. That's about
Yeah.
all I knew. So,
Yeah.
and then I didn't really appreciate the whole "my daughter's watching" and
Is 18. Girl, you had that baby out of wedlock, and we know the truth now.
yeah.
My daughter now, my daughter.
You-
So you think your daughter don't know the word hoe?
Ho. It was literally ho.
Now,
She didn't
Look,
say
wait a
MF and
minute.
ho.
Emery
Stupid-
all day has been saying, I don't spit. I don't want to spit. I want to gulp. And I want her to stop. And I can't.
What'd you say?
Because she keeps watching a TikTok video where they keep saying, you know, from WAP, where they're like, I don't want to spit. I want to gulp. And she keeps saying, I'm like, Emery, shut up. Earlier today, she kept saying, let's get it popping.
Oh, we're raising a little ratchet. It's so
Then the
cute.
other day, the phrase from the song she kept saying was, I don't cook, I don't clean. I know.
Well, okay, so maybe it's like because Zoe's been asking me a lot of questions lately and I really don't have the answers. But she was like, how did I get in your tummy? How did I get out of your tummy? Why don't I have big boobs? Why do I have small boobs? And I'm like, because what? It's
Oh,
like,
bless
I
you
wasn't
guys.
prepared for this early. Right?
Emily
Like,
told
Yeah.
both of her grandmothers the other day, I'm going to F you up. Uncensored. So,
Oh. Oh.
she's basically bad, baby. I don't know.
Emery's about to have her brothers stay fighting in these streets. And then when Zoe and Emmy get together, they just gonna stay fighting in the clubs and in the streets.
Zoe and Emery have very much so Brandy and Monica energy.
no, they do not.
They do because
You're not going to make my baby Brandy.
Emery's super ratchet. Zoe's super pleasant, somewhat rude, but very pleasant at the same time.
That's very Brandy Monica.
She just says things in a nice tone. And
It's really cute, but it'll
but
be
wait
like,
a minute, you're so rude.
Yeah. I mean, that's like when Gabby was little, she was over at the house and I was like, hey, Gabby, do you want to go? I don't know where I was going. And she's like, no. I was like, well, why, Gabby? She's like, because I don't like you. And she had like a smile on her face and it was like so pleasant. I'm like, okay.
Fair. Fair, right? Like, at least you're honest, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to remember that you said that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
thanks for your
And
honesty.
Gabby is like a high school senior now and I'm still,
Wow.
it's still impacted.
I thought she graduated. She's a freshman.
Really?
I know.
How
It
do
was
you
like
get
under
the-
the wraps, but they didn't. She told me they were sending something Nasha because I was like, wait a minute, Gabby
Mhm.
graduated because her and Lee are the same age.
They are the
That's
same.
true.
She's like, and she was like, yeah, and I'm like, well, I want to send her something. And she's like, well, we'll send out announcements, and I guess they didn't.
Just not for
Which
you.
I mean, 2020 is like in the trash.
It's in the toilet bowl, like of a
How
gas
are things
station.
there? Is it like just business as usual there? Like,
I can speak for Charlotte. For the most part, outside of schools being closed, I mean, I thought that the bars weren't open, but apparently they are, and people go, and that's why the curve will never flatten.
No.
The
No,
curve
we
is
will
gonna
never
keep
get out
curving.
of wave one. We will stay
Never.
in.
Never. And
Yeah.
I am having to wear a mask all the time, and people still to this day when they complain to me about wearing a mask at this point, I just go full blown. I'm not listening to this, because I'll be like, well, I have to wear a mask like 60 hours a week, and 36 of those are in a hot factory scanning boxes. Do you know I have bruises all over my body for no reason?
Like from just hitting.
First of all, Tasha, let's talk about it. They gave me a promotion.
Oh, look at you.
No.
You
I
did?
get paid more? So it ain't a promotion. Y'all put a sticker on my vest.
It's a mind trick. It's all in your mind.
They put a sticker on my vest.
It's a motivator to keep you performing.
Because they probably we're about to quit. Because I swear that day, me and Dana, I was just in the car going to work. Like, I just don't know how much longer I can do this.
Yeah. I mean, Amazon, these
it's a sweatshop. I did not realize.
And they're kind of tech company-ish adjacent. So who knows what kind of artificial intelligence.
They're listening right now, because I love my job. And I want to keep going because the benefits are so great.
I mean, clearly the motivator worked.
Did you know, but it's not even that. Did you know if you want to go back to school and get a degree, a second degree, associates or a bachelor's, they pay 95% of the tuition.
Oh, wow. Well, that's amazing.
I wonder if they make you pick the school though.
Well, it has to be, it's like specific fields the degree has to be in.
So and then supply chain or
I'm sure there's all kinds of stipulations to it, but it's still pretty cool when you think about it.
It's still almost free degree.
So pretty much. And then because the other 5% you financial aid.
Yeah. I mean, you can be Lynn off of Girlfriends. Just
that's who I am already. Look at me, tie-dye, loose braids. That's already my aesthetic.
Yeah. You got the arm tab. Yeah, you are Lynn. You're Lynn.
I'm Lynn. I'm okay with it. Here we are. This is my zodiac sign shirt.
Oh, nice. I have on tie-dye pants.
Tie-dye's just, I love it. I don't know how to not love it. I don't know.
Hey, Tasha, so speaking of zodiac, so like me and Vanna got into an argument. They did not speak to each other for a couple of days. Because so anytime he goes somewhere, it's always a problem. Like they always mess up his order, and that's where it stemmed from. They always mess up his order at like Popeyes or whatever, right? He's always about to get in an argument. So I was like, it's a full moon. Why don't you like do a ritual or something and reset your energy? He's like, I don't believe in that. So then it was like, well, wait a minute. What's different than that? Then like how it just set me off that he's all like, well, are you saying you don't believe in God? I'm like, I said nothing about God. And let me explicitly state I believe in God, but why can't you do both?
Right.
Because clearly whatever you're doing now ain't working.
It's
right?
Not working.
Like
Yeah, so I feel like the uber religious get into you're worshiping idols or whatever, but my take on it is like the God that I believe in created all
these things.
And gave them their purpose. So
well, when Dana explained to me the argument, I was like, coming from my standpoint, because I'm all in it.
Hello.
Yeah.
I was like, how's she gonna
take the video
off? My thing is like, you already have to have the mindset that if somebody doesn't believe what you it's not your job to explain it to them. If someone's genuinely interested, then I'll talk to them about it. But I'm not gonna justify it for you. If you don't, if you don't believe it, that's fine. Like that's why I feel
like, well, right. So like, I kind of in the same in line with Tasha. Like, I think all of these things are all genuinely the same. They just may have a different name. Because what's the difference between manifestation and then praying until something happens, or having the faith that's like, it's all the same thing. Yeah. It's just like,
but you take a different path to get there, or you call it a different word.
It's just, but it's just frustrating that like, you're going to say, oh my, that stuff isn't real, but you like, clearly whatever belief you have ain't working either, you know what I mean? Like, so
I don't have the time for, and I'm not saying this, you know, to Van, but kind of like to Whitney's point, like, I just don't have the time to entertain, you know, if we want to just have like a chat about it, or if it comes up kind of like, you know, we're talking about it. But I'm not about to sit and debate you, because nobody's going to relent. I believe in what I believe in. I live my life according to that, and boom. Because at the end of the day, who's going to be in the heaven that people profess to believe in? Is it going to be the Catholics? Is it going to be the Baptists? Is it going to be the Pentecostals? Like, everybody believes in something that's a little bit different. Off of these constructs. Well, like,
Jews who are like,
nobody has the answers. Nobody has an answer though. Nobody actually knows. Nobody. So,
and all these things were created, all these religions and denominations were created off of someone sitting around, or maybe a few people, like, okay, this is what I read, this is what I believe. So our women aren't wearing pants and they can't cut their hair.
Yes.
So right there, I could be the best Baptist there is, but based off of whoever, because I cut my hair and wear makeup and pants, then I'm not going to have it.
Right. And also, I mean, I'm just in general, like, I try to explain to people, like, I don't really care what people believe. If you're not hurting anyone, you can believe whatever you want to believe, because at the end of the day, I feel like the purpose of whatever religion you have, if you look at the basis of it, it's all to get people to be better people, right? So if that's somebody's path, then that's your path. I think when it gets messy is when people start, like you said, trying to debate, no, this is better, I do this right, you do this wrong. And it's like, well, we're all human beings and nobody has the answer. And like I said, there's a lot of, we all know, because we've all lived it, there's a lot of hypocrisy in the Black church alone. And so it's hard for me to have a connection to it, because I see that. And it's not that I won't go to church. I'll go to church. I still feel like it's a sacred place and you can get a message. But I just don't, I feel like when you walk into conversations like now you should know, Dana, not to bring up that stuff to Van anyway, because you're just going to be the one that ends up getting it set. Like, you're just walking into it. There's no point in even telling him, well, maybe try this or read that or do this. For what? Because he's just going to disrespect it. So there's no point in even saying anything about it. So
speaking of church, did you guys, I didn't click on it or go into it because I didn't care to see this whole thing with Kanye and Joel Osteen walking on said waters.
I didn't investigate any further into it, because I was like, if you talk about blasphemy.
To me, that's what I say. To me, that is blasphemy, right?
Now like,
to me, that is making a mockery of my religion and my belief. To me, because you want me to believe that either one of you have the same powers as Jesus. Like, come on.
But not only that, Kanye West, obviously, this is all speculative, but total speculation. Kanye to me is indicative of one of those people who is using religion as a thing to fill up a void or a hole in himself. She was like, I'm gonna go hard with this thing because it's gonna feel I'm missing something. Now I don't know how to heal it. And I feel like if I just overreach on this, then all my answers, I'll have all the answers. Because first of all, I don't know how you get the idea, like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to emulate Jesus. And next thing you know, he's going to be up on a cross. That's what
like literally nailed.
I would not put it past him.
I would not. And it's probably
But the thing is that, like, it's not going to be because you're really not going to put yourself through that. You know what I mean?
This is my 2021 prediction. I think once that Kardashian show is over, Kim's gonna get a divorce from Kanye.
Absolutely.
I think that's what it is.
100%, yes. Absolutely.
I think they're closing that out and she's gonna get out of that.
I think there are so many contractual obligations with Kanye, the kids, Scott, all of these things. They have to break these ties, and then we'll see a resurgence. Now, speaking of which,
I don't think it's ending though. I think they're just gonna find a way to spin it.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to find a new way to break off from all of that, because you know your girl Caitlyn's probably getting some residuals.
Yes.
So they have all these ties that they need to break,
right,
to continue to move on. And plus, Courtney doesn't want to be a part of it. Rob dropped him, but Kim's statement saying that without keeping up, I would not be where I am today, and I'm like, sis, you skipped a step, because without your movie,
you skipped quite a few, right?
You would not have keeping up. And then, like, I was talking to Chris about it, and it's like even further, like the whole OJ effect. Like, nobody would even know who a Kim Kardashian really.
Well, because she's so boring too. Like, she's so boring. Like,
people come for Courtney for being boring. Yeah, they come for Courtney for being boring. But Kim is, oh my God, they're all
her voice is
boring.
So annoying.
Yeah. So yeah, I love a good spin. Chris is a spin doctor. She's amazing. She should teach like some master classes. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably attend. But yeah, this isn't the end. Like, they feed off of relevance. So how will you get your energy? Like, how will you get your reason for being?
Well, at this point, though, okay, Kylie's a billionaire. Kendall's doing the model thing. Why can't they they're all have more money than they can ever spend. Why can't you just go and, like, raise your kids quietly?
Well, because you're forgetting that they may have all that stuff, but there's an addiction to attention as well. That's a part of it.
Yeah.
In the fame.
Yeah. I guess that's true. I guess that's really where it started from.
Yeah, they won't be household names anymore. So where will their purpose for getting up in the morning come from?
It's like, once these kids know you're doing something, they're like, how can I be involved?
Like, yeah, did you call me? Huh?
I did not. I did not call you at all. What else has been going on?
Let me tell you about here. We've been on a 2-week lockdown, which means no stores, no beaches.
Oh, wow. Like lockdown, like Italy lockdown.
Not quite as bad, but yes. So then they called themselves extending the lockdown to yesterday, 2 more weeks. And then, so no stores, no restaurants, no bars, no gyms, nothing like that.
Mhm.
just like Walmart, like it's like grocery store, like Target's still open, Walmart's still open. Schools are distance learning for the most part. Well, yesterday they were like, okay, well, we're going to open the beaches and trails for individual use, meaning literally explicitly stating you cannot go with your family. You can go by yourself and hike a trail. And it's like,
You get murdered.
because
Sounds like a murderer's dream.
Like,
Yeah, so if COVID doesn't get me, the trail killer will.
The Hawaiian slasher
right.
is
So
gonna.
now you just like announce to the serial killers that
Yeah,
people will be
everyone's
hiking
Now's the
gonna be
time,
around.
and no one will be around to stop you.
Yeah, because they're by themselves.
Yeah.
So you can go and sit in the park by yourself. You can go. This was funny.
Well, you know, much like you said, Kaisha called herself an extreme quarantiner. That's how Chris and I are. So in my mind, everything's closed. But Connecticut is pretty much not letting anybody in without quarantining for the 14 days. I think like 37, 36 out of the 50 plus
Oh, wow.
DC is not allowed in.
That's what's up, though.
currently. So, yeah.
I saw where they
Well,
added
North
Hawaii
Carolina's
to
just
the
not
list.
getting better.
Yeah.
So. But
Yeah.
that's because there's just people who are dedicated to not letting it get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people are very much like your president in the mindset that if you don't acknowledge it, it will go away.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
Wait a minute,
that's
speaking-
not true.
Oh, what is this Candace Owens, Cardi B?
Oh,
Everyone's thinking
girl.
that now
This
Joe
stuff.
Biden's racist.
Oh,
And it's
girl.
like-
I
don't even pay
she
attention to
doesn't
that.
get any of my brain space. I'd rather
Mhm.
talk about Kanye
Yeah.
than Candace Owens.
And to me, they're all in the same boat, and I have no.
They are.
That's one of the situations where it's like, what a waste of the time. What a waste
Yeah.
of the time. Because first of all, Candace
Do you think
Owens.
she gets paid?
Yeah.
Candace Owens.
I
like,
think
go
she gets
against-
paid to intentionally do these things, but I also think there is a mental illness
level-
of wanting
Mhm.
attention, and she's found out that's how she can get attention, so she's gonna
Yeah.
keep
Mhm.
doing it. But just like any other pet Black person that these people get, her time will come, just like the
Yeah.
Omarosas and all those
Yes.
where.
Yes.
And then she'll
Well, I
have
thought her
a law
time already
book of all the
came.
racist shit she used to put up with.
And
It's
she'll
like,
want
but you didn't
to
have
come
to.
back into the fold,
Yep.
and we're going to say we're full. Thank
Yep.
you.
Yeah.
But no. But so my thing is too, like, you know how they're talking about they don't have enough Black people participating in these trials for the vaccine. Okay, gather up your Candace Owens, your Kanye's, your Representative Tim Scott, Diamond and Silk. I mean, you've got plenty of Blacks.
Yep.
Herschel Walker and his child. I don't know.
Herschel
what
Walker,
gender
like, what the
pronouns.
hell?
Yeah, it's a mess. So, but we have plenty of coonery out here to choose from because
Terry
I can tell you,
Crews.
I won't be Terry Crews. Like, there's plenty. Like, they need to all go and get poked and prodded on and get mysterious illnesses from these rush job vaccines because I can tell you, my people have been poked and prodded enough throughout our bloodlines. So, yeah, no.
You know what's
Yeah.
interesting though? Like when I think about stuff like that, but there's like let's say vaccinations with kids, they group a lot of them together and they just kind of like, this is DTaP. It might turn into this is DTaP C.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? DTaP 19. And it's like, we're just going to slide this vaccine in here. I don't know. I'm not like a crazy conspiracy theorist with it, but like, for instance, I mean, they, like, I was talking to it with the guy, but this one girl who works as like a X-ray tech or something said that her job said something like they may mandate that if you want to work there, you may have to get the vaccine and stuff. And this man was
same like
that's like illegal, like you can't do that.
It's not illegal because the hospitals do it all the time. They made it with like the flu shot
and stuff.
They
like
make
that.
you get there. And Massachusetts is making you requiring like all residents, and I think or school age children, something to get the flu shot.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah. And I'm not a flu shot person either.
I'm not. I mean, I make the kids get it.
I'm not doing it.
I make the kids get it.
I had one every year.
Yeah. I got it one time when I worked at the hospital in DC, and that was it.
I got it when I was pregnant. I remember the last time I had the flu shot, I got the flu really bad, which I'm not saying it's the same, but it just was like, I don't know, just wasn't into it. I just don't. First of all, I know how long it takes to create a vaccine, so you're not going to tell me that you're going to create a one in a matter of months and then try to inject it into my body.
No.
And you don't even have any a real understanding of the disease, because how many times have they told us symptoms and then been like, it's not airborne. Well, it is airborne. Well, you can't get it from just touching things. Well, you can get it. You should wash your hands. Like what?
Yeah. And not getting anything under the project name Warp Speed. Like, no. He's not injecting that in my body. No. Like, no. And now you have people in these trials getting mysterious illnesses. And no. So if you need blacks, then call on your good black coons. And
now, would y'all have a price if they were like, hey, here's a certain amount of money we'll give you? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I got one. And they can name it.
I think it's that high. A price.
Unfortunately, it's not that high of a price. So they start throwing money out there, I'll be like,
like, well, you know, guys, it's for the betterment of our people. And
I wouldn't even say all that. I'm like, I got a lot of kids and a lot of bills. So
yeah, I don't know what my price would be. It'd have to be high for me. Like,
where's this second stimmy? Where's it at?
Okay, also that, like, this is ridiculous.
I think they're supposed to be working on it, but
and this whole payroll tax deferral thing is ridiculous. Like,
oh my God, that's like crazy, right?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
How is that supposed to stimulate the economy?
What?
When you're going to the payroll tax deferral, so basically, like your Social Security, companies can choose to defer that for a few months, but come April or May,
we're all gonna have to pay it back. So I'm thinking that their plan was to do that as like a boost, so people see more money on their paycheck. Oh, Trump like helped us; he lowered taxes, and then later forgive that, so we don't have to pay it back. But I'm thinking in the long term, how is that going to affect the people that collect Social Security, right? Like, because aren't we already going to have to pay back that $1,200 stimulus anyway?
It's being taxed. Like, you have to include it on your income. Well, that's how it was with the unemployment benefits. And I was really like, kept telling all my coworkers, like, you have to just go ahead and have them take the taxes out, because you have to include it on income when you file your return. And then you're going to end up owing because you decided to take the full amount every single week.
Yeah. The ridiculous thing is America has the means and the resources. I went on a rant last night with Chris about this. We had the infrastructure in place as it is to keep going. We have all the things. So you still could have got, you know, your food. You have Uber Eats and Postmates, and you have Amazons and all these supermarkets and stuff that have all this delivery stuff. We had all this stuff in place. Plus, America, you're greedy and you have the money to just shut down completely.
Yeah.
And make sure people have the means. People with mortgages, okay, tack on 2 months to the life of the loan. People with rent,
Right.
it's rent. Nigga, like give the owners a payment or whatever. Like America's so greedy. Billionaires, business owners,
Well,
everyone's just like freaking just
it's
greedy,
capitalism.
and it's ridiculous.
It's and capitalism is not good, but the lower, I guess that's how it becomes. It's like the poor white people or poor people think, oh, all I have to do is work hard,
Yes, this
and
American fake American dream. Because that's what I say now. I work so much all the time. I don't feel no richer. I don't feel any richer. Why? Because I have more bills. So,
and now you're running yourself tired.
You have more bills and less time.
Or part of the reason why I'm like, okay, well, I want to keep this Amazon job is because the benefits are so good, because they're so good and you don't have to pay for it. They cover it. Like, you don't have to pay into the health benefits, whereas like at the other job, it would be like $600 a month to might have to use it. And it's like, that's crazy because I shouldn't even have to do that. It should already be taken care of.
It should.
Right. Because then you look at places like England where they have universal health care.
Yes.
Or so does, I mean, everyone says Canada. Canada's an example. Or even like, I think almost every single first world country has universal health care.
Well, not only that,
but
like, you look at minimum
like,
wage, you can't live off minimum wage. You can't even live.
No. Maybe if you live in Madison, West Virginia, but minimum wage and unless your family owns their double wide and so on a brighter note, who's down to go to Vegas to see Usher?
Well, Usher residency. I've never been to Vegas. Have y'all been to Vegas? I know Tasha's been. Have you been, Dana?
Yeah, I've been a few times.
I've never been. I've wanted to go. They call it the 9th island here because so many Hawaiians go to Vegas. So they're like, it's the 9th island. Yes, let's go.
All right. I think that can just be our, little toned down little cousins trip. Whoever wants to go to the concert can, but I mean, I feel like that would be pretty awesome.
Everybody would want to go, right?
But you know how we start naming out prices and people be like, well, I don't know.
Right. And I mean, I'm not having like 8 people in a hotel room. I'm 40. I'm not about that life. I can't. Like, yeah.
What's your limit? What's your limit for a hotel? 4?
It depends on the length of the stay. Now, if it's like 4 to 7 days, it's got to be 2. If it's just like a 3-day weekend, I might be able to do 4.
I think a lot of it is who you're with too.
Yeah. I need to be around like-minded individuals. I get hot at night. I need the room to be cold. I can't.
Do you all remember the Jamaica trip? I felt like there was a split of like people who didn't mind being a little late and people who are obsessed with time.
Yeah.
And there are some points of contention because I'm a person that can be a little late.
I can be a lot of late. So
I can be a lot of late too. You know, I like long showers.
I am Robin on The Real Housewives of Potomac. Nothing moves me. I'll get there when I get there, even if it's like a missed flight. I'll see you guys in Paris when I get there. Like,
but I remember there was this rush, and I'd be like, I gotta do these eyebrows. I don't know. One thing I'm gonna do is
it's like island time. We're on island time. We're paying them. Like he's working.
Literally paying them. We probably had a surcharge for being late, knowing them, but yeah. So
But,
yeah,
I mean, it ain't like he had another job. Like, it ain't like he had anything else. He
Really?
wasn't in school. Like,
yeah.
I just remember
if
Yeah.
how
anything, you should
reckless.
want to take us all these places because y'all were charging per person
That
per trip.
That is
Per-
crazy.
That was wild. Like,
Crazy.
I'm like,
And I-
excuse me, what?
What
Can
was
you not
y'all's favorite
explicitly
thing about
say
the Jamaica trip? Do y'all have a favorite moment?
My favorite moment was when he called us boring, and we had that thing of the white Hennessy and the brownie, and we were like, "We'll show you boring," and it went from 0 to 100 real quick, and that was hilarious. And then when we literally went to the hood, and y'all didn't think we were going to the hood and getting out. Like that
Oh,
biggest
I thought we were
yeah,
just driving by.
wait.
I
So
thought
we're supposed to
this
get out
was
the
just a
car?
drive-thru.
I thought we was just driving.
when he stopped and put it in park and got out,
And we
everybody
were-
was like, wait,
And we were
what?
like,
Hold on, we're getting out. But then Whitney
I don't
was
know what
like, she'd been
happened.
there before. Like, so do you know these are people? You and
I don't know.
Adele, you guys
It
have
was
been
such
there
a turn because if you remember, like 3 hours earlier, I was ready to leave the island. I was determined that I was not going with y'all to that spooky plantation.
before? Yeah,
I was like, I'm not going.
yeah, yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Hold on, y'all.
And then when I bit into that incredibly hot pepper, I don't know what it was, but it nearly took me out.
What?
Whitney, Whitney, this is when you were gone.
Oh,
You were there, but you weren't there. But yeah, I bit into one of the peppers at dinner, and I'm like, oh my god, this is it. This is what's going to end me. It was a great trip. The pool I thought was cool.
I think the pool scene, the beach, the one time we got to go to the beach, the whole week.
Kendra's first day
Epic
at the beach
day. That
was,
Yeah.
I do remember.
She saw her first plane, and
You would have thought she didn't know what a plane. You would have thought she had no idea planes existed.
even though she was on one to get to Jamaica, yeah, that was
God.
hilarious.
You are funny.
Yeah. No. All right. Well, I'll probably send out a text message, re the usher, in Jamaica, not Jamaica, in Vegas.
I'm gonna start thinking about an outfit. Honestly, that is like.
Can we start a weight loss challenge? Let's do it.
Yes.
Some
What are the
motivation.
terms? I need all of them.
Well, I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna figure something out. Just as like, because I just need more motivation. Because here's the thing, working outrageously, I've lost some weight, but I'm not toned, so it doesn't make sense. I still have all this cellulite. Still can't really fit my pants. It doesn't really matter.
I'm just.
Have y'all heard of X28?
obese. No.
It sounds intense.
Yeah.
It already
No.
like too much more than our
I'm gonna
bike.
have to look that up. Like that sounds awful.
Do you guys follow like Halani Lobdal? No.
No, don't know who that
No.
is.
Did y'all watch Ready to Love? Did anybody watch Ready to Love
No, what is
on
that?
OWN
No.
with the black
first season.
people?
Yeah, I watched the
Okay,
first season.
you didn't watch the second. The second season
No.
was better.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, basically, it's this black couple in Atlanta, and they have this fitness program app thing, and it's pretty reasonable, and it seems to get results. It's called X28.
Are there
They have different
things I can
levels.
do at home, or do I?
Yes,
have
it's
to
a
have,
home workout.
Okay.
No, it's a home, and they have like 3 different levels, and they're always having sales. It's like a 28-day challenge. I think that's why it's called X28. So they just do different.
Oh, well, there we go.
You found it?
Yeah, it's like the September 28 day challenge. Oh, that's the extreme. It's $50.
Yeah, they have like a beginner, an intermediate, and then extreme.
Okay, yeah. They're $50 for the September 28 day
So,
challenge. We're already into September though.
The girl that we can do the next one, like maybe October. But the girl that braids my hair was like, yeah, she does it, but like typically if she's doing it with somebody, they'll just split the cost because it's $50. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds pretty good because you can just share a login or whatever.
I'm with it.
I don't know. Think about that one for your challenge.
While you're doing your research, you can throw that one in there. But as the timekeeper, we are at an hour, depending on when
we cut it
started.
Right.
Yeah. So,
well, I think we had a good time. You know.
I think so. I think
we had a good time. We will reconvene. I know.
Do y'all think that you would do formal for the Usher Las Vegas?
You are really thinking about this. They did a full Virgo for us, and I need her to scale back on the Virgo because we ain't even talking.
Well, I need to go to like work. Like I'm in my mind, I'm seeing like black.
No, I'm not a formal wearer
or something.
I'm like a sequin. You know, I love a sequin. I love a blingy look. Like, you know, like a cocktail dress, like a Fashion Nova sequin. Mm-hmm. Even though I don't have Fashion Nova anymore, but you know,
I would like.
You don't?
No, just.
I decided that I'm gonna start selling feet pics so I can get my body done.
There you go.
Okay, guys.
Why not?
I say why not? I don't see the issue.
I mean, we'll never know. I mean, and if we do, we're not going to be like, what was that? Your feet?
I told Dana my coworker at work does it, and she said the last withdrawal she did was $500. She said she only has 3 subscribers on her OnlyFans. They just be sending her money for her feet pics. Her boyfriend be taking the pictures.
That's so fucking weird, though. That is so weird.
Is it just pics, or is it like videos of you wiggling your toes and?
I mean, I do that too.
Dipping them in like chocolate pudding and.
Oh man! Listen, hey.
I mean, honestly, yeah, you don't have no tattoos or distinguishing marks on your feet, so I would just get you a pedicure.
Speaking of dipping your toes in chocolate pudding, what about the Odell Beckham?
Now, here's the thing. Do we believe these girls?
I don't
believe them. I'm sorry. They are very unattractive looking girls in the face. And I just feel like they just want attention. At this point, they're going to say anything.
Yeah.
I think that, they got it. Like me and Winnie were saying yesterday, he is too groomed to let somebody poop on him. Right? Yeah. Like, his hair is perfectly coiffed every time
at all
you see
times.
him. Even while playing football.
Yeah. So, I don't know how he does it.
What would y'all do if somebody was like poop on me? I'd like, sir, in these COVID times.
I'd be like,
really?
I think I would get up and walk out.
I would be like,
I'd have to. You would never see me again. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I'm just saying that's just not something I'm into.
It's not for me. So, and you know, I'm spoken for, so I don't have to worry about these things. But you single girls out there,
me, I'm the only one. I'm the only one.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, not for me.
It's not for me.
Not my thing.
I'm not getting.
But more power to your feet pics.
Thank you. I'll let y'all know now. I'll let y'all know.
All right. I mean, it might be Vegas on whatever your OnlyFans name is.
Mm-hmm. So. I'm about to Google now. Where
Scorpio Divine. Y'all see that coming up?
I thought it was Divine Scorpio.
No, it was Scorpio Divine. So much on it.
All right.
Okay.
All right, guys. Guess we'll wrap this up.
Yeah.
Episode 12 is in the books.
I'm about to go full Virgo. So what? So we staying at the hotel he's doing the Regency at?
I don't know. I kind of want to.
About to
but
Google.
Caesars is kind of old, so
Okay, we want to do something hip and cool,
yeah.
but within
The
walking
link
distance.
looks cool. Yeah, that's also important because it's July and it'll be scorching. So
I mean, I guess we could always
Yeah.
do like an Uber, but
we'll figure it out.
I'm excited already.
It's
I'm gonna
happening.
stop record here. I'm gonna ask y'all a couple questions. Okay.
All right.
Okay.